I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents. Nor if I need money. Yeah. Or when I feel lonely.
There is nothing like it anywhere, and I mean anywhere else in the world. All-Star festivities at its finest. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now it's time for the Foot Locker three-point contest. The long-range assassins of the NBA have come together to show off their skills from beyond the arc.
And as with all the All-Star festivities, the three-point contest is about having fun, a good time. But still, that doesn't mean the competitive juices won't be flowing.
Now, no question, Clark, these guys are the best are the ones who relax and just enjoy the experience.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He'll have 60 seconds to try and make it, and then the two-point money ball.
A maximum score is 30 points, Kevin, but you've got to get into a really good rhythm right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's usually pretty easy to tell right away whether a player has it going or not.
And guys, one of the cardinal sins of the three-point contest is a player trying to change his stroke after a bad rack or two. It won't work.
Well, it's tempting to do so, Clark, but trying to make adjustments during a 60-second span sometimes is tough. People tend to overthink things. This is really more about finding your stroke early and then not thinking about anything.
11 on the board. That gives him 12.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
That's 4 in a row now. And now is 16. He tallies 18 points. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
He lit it up big time. That was some silky smooth shooting all the way through.
Yeah, his stroke looked great. He went along at a perfect pace. He did pretty much everything right.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
A lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he'd be a 3 or a 4. That doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range.
You know, this is really a very unique experience for the participant. You're on your own out there. Nobody can help you. And every eye in the arena is focused on you.
You're right, Clark. It's totally different from a regular game. You're the only person out there. You're firing shots left and right. It's different. And you have to adapt to that different experience and make it your own if you're going to win.
Rough. 11 points. Only manages to sink one there.
No, he's really cooled off here to finish.
12 for him. That's 13. And he's got 15 points when the round ends. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Right from the opening rack, he was on the roll. Got himself immediately into a groove.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
Well, like they say, Steve.
And here we go with Paul George.
If he can hit the 15-point mark, he'll stay alive.
And he knows he can get this well within his abilities.
Really poor.
Can't get the money ball.
Starting to freeze up a bit.
Makes his first there. 2 points. He could have taken more from that rack. Only got 2 points. 3 down.
Got to keep it steady here. He can't miss more than 2 shots the rest of the way.
6. He needs 8 points more. Chalk it up. His 4th in a row. 9 points. 1 rack left.
He needs 3 more points.
He's finding that touch now.
9 consecutive makes. He is in a flow. So he ends up at 17. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Yeah, he had a good time out there. He hit a few in a row, and then he was off and running. I mean, He ended up burying 11 straight.
And so we'll see Wesley Matthews.
You know, Wes Matthews, Kevin, out of Marquette, had a really solid career there, but was undrafted. A player who's really solidified himself as a quality NBA talent. I mean, a tough defender. He's a pretty good shooter, can handle it. I mean, there's not anything he doesn't do reasonably well.
You remember his dad, Wes Matthews, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I remember, those Wisconsin teams cost me a Big Ten championship. Cost us a Big Ten title back in 1980, and Wes Matthews was the culprit. He was the catalyst for knocking us off twice in those games.
I am sorry I brought that
Yeah,
up.
you knew what you were doing.
I know I
you
did
knew what
not
you were doing.
promise
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
Steve, help me out here. 17 or higher would keep him in contention.
Yeah, he's got it in him. I mean, it's going to require a pretty good effort out of him, but it's right there for him.
And Clark, he's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. It's academic from here.
His total for the round comes to 12. There was just something off about him in that round.
Yeah, at one point he missed 6 straight, which is pretty much going to derail you anytime you go through a stretch like that in this contest.
And here we go with Freak. As the final shooter in this round, he knows just what he has to do here. And to make the next round, he'll need at least 17 points. The door's open. A good round would do it. Now 3 points. Feeling it. Gets 6 points from that rack.
Take that.
Boy, he's heating up, guys.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
He takes the maximum 6 points from his second straight rack. That's 11 in a row. It's a barrage of threes. This is getting ridiculous. That's 13 straight. One more to stay alive.
Now he's tied for third here. That equals the best score of this round, Kevin.
And that's his 4th straight. He's made all but one of his money balls. 24. A huge score, 26 points. Wow, that was something else, guys. We don't see too many performances like that.
It got out of control for a while there. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. Just one shot after another, but just continuing to fall. He was in an unbelievable group.
Arthur's got to be the favorite going into the finals, don't you think, guys?
Yeah, obviously he's the guy with all the momentum. I mean, he'd probably like to go first just to keep that momentum going. But I still think he'll be fine going last.
Well, especially with his confidence as sky high as it must be right now. I'm sure he'll want to know exactly what that target number is.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He had the lowest score of all the qualifiers, so he goes first. Let's see if he can kick it up a few notches. That's 7. 8 points. Drains the money ball. 11 points. That gives him 12.
Fantastic stuff.
That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
Hits for 15. That's 16. His score sits at 18 points for the round. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
I was impressed just with his poise, guys, because he stayed on a very even keel from one rack to the next.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
You know he's got to be feeling good coming into the finals because he was rock solid in the qualification round.
Yeah, his confidence has to be sky high. His stroke looked fantastic. And I'd be surprised if he doesn't do even better here in the finals. He's in a wonderful group.
5 points now. Money ball, no good. 6. That's 7.
Yeah, now he's got it.
8 more points for him to tie it up. 11 on the board. He's got 12.
5 more points to tie it up.
Can't get the money ball. He's at 14. Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best, but, you know, this competition is so tough. If you're not on your game, you're not going to win.
He posts a score of 14, and here we go with Freak. We've reached the climax. He's got one last shot to go home with the trophy.
He'll need 19 to lock up the win.
Makes his first there. That's 2. 3 down. All right.
Well, he handled that rack well.
7 points. Drains the money ball.
8 more points and he'll tie things up.
Now with 11. 7 more points and he'll tie it up. That gives him 12. Notches 13.
5 more points to win.
Oh, he is getting it done right now.
2 away from the win. Pushes it to 18. That'll do it. That's good. You're looking at the winner right there, folks. The rest is gravy.
Masterful performance.
Boy, I love the flow, the confidence he's shown here, and the fans loving it too.
He gets all the way up to 21 points. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
You wouldn't expect anything less out of him. I mean, this contest is perfectly suited for him.
And we have reached the conclusion of the Foot Locker three-point contest, and what an event it has been. Our extremely gifted winner, the Eraser.
What a commando performance by our champ.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Harden. Anthony Davis is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Durant in at small forward.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand. The biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
The West All-Stars shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star week is one great show after another.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Paul. And Durant, here we go. And stolen by Jennings. And that one's good. Jennings has got his first points in this one.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
James against Okafor. And Gasol sends it back.
Western All-Stars ball.
On defense, the East All-Stars. Outside Durant. And it's sent back by George. And he gets it to go.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Move the ball.
Now here's Jennings. He took good advantage of that screen.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's LeBron. Free throw line jump shot. Excellent D there from Okafor.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And that one's good.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Here is Paul following the basket by Freak, and he gets the bucket.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D, but hey, it's the All-Star game.
Arthur sets the pick for Jennings. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in. Jennings has got his third bucket of the night.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's James, the 10-footer. Another miss by James.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Arthur dishes to Jennings. Here's Okafor, and it's off the back rim, no good. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Offensive rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Kicks it to Arthur. It's back to Jennings. It's George on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's LeBron. Dishes it to Durant. Fires for three. Arthur grabs the board. Jennings with the ball. Lots of room. The shot misses.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Paul, no one around him. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Paul's got 5 now.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
A big group substitution here for the East. Drummond's checked in for Okafor. Wash comes in for Pau Gasol. Butler, he's checked in for George. And Irving subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Now here's Irving. Over in the corner, Arthur. Back to Irving from past the arc. The shot is off. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. The screen from Thompson. Doubled by Arthur. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Towns. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He hits the second from the line. 1:05 left to play in the first. Feeds it to Drummond. Pass to Arthur. Right through the D for the layup.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here's Moutier. The dish to Griffin. The jump hook. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Griffin's got his first bucket of the night. And here are the East All-Stars now. Outside Irving. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
The shot's good from Griffin. Now the East All-Stars with it. Passes it to Arthur. He feeds it to Drummond. Stolen by Thompson. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good.
A really good rebound and traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
A great event unfolding. 1 quarter of basketball already played. And welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
They've got Paul George. Irving is out there. Jimmy Butler. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Butler.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
That is good.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Paul outside. Can't get it to go. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. To the inside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the East. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Davis setting the pick for Paul. He dishes it to Davis. There's the feed to James. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And here is Paul following Brandon Jennings' 3. Paul passes to Davis. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Pass to George. Takes the 13-footer. That drops. And it's a 5-point East All-Star lead. Ball outside. Davis against Okafor.
That's the wall.
And Okafor with the block. But they'll get another chance. In the corner, Harden. Second chance shot. Jennings with the rebound.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And it's Lowry penetrating.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Picked by Okafor. Jacks up a three. They get the rebound. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Durant. In the corner, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Jennings against Durant. Jennings kicks to Lowry. Lowry can't get that one to fall. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
In the corner, Harden. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Parker, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Davis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the East All-Stars?
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back.
3 players in now for the East. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Gasol a screen. Now here's Carter Williams. It's rebounded by Towns. Now here's Moutier. Defense. Oh!
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Nice shot by Arthur.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
A tight game here in New York. Moutier kicks to Leonard. Off the pick. And it's good. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Towns dishes to Moutier. Here's the 3. And he gets it to go. Moutier's got his first 3 points of the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Arthur, no good. And the West All-Stars with possession. They're on a 10-2 run here. Griffin kicks to Leonard. No good. Nice D from Bosch.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
There's the pass to Arthur. Oh! And the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Lets it go from 14. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Arthur, no good. Now, Moutier. He kicks it to Griffin. Good D by Gasol.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. West All-Stars out in front. They finish off the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass.
And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Harden. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Kept alive. Tries again. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got the first points of the second half here for the East All-Stars. Paul kicks to Durant. And Durant gets double-teamed. And a wide-open look for James. Here's Davis. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Gasol missing again.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Durant, the pass to Davis. Excellent D there from Okafor. And here are the East All-Stars now. To the middle, here's Arthur. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Take a look at what the eraser's done. He has 8 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Outside Durant. Kicks to Harden. Davis sets a screen. Harden against Jennings. Over in the corner, Paul. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Nice shot by Arthur. Here's Paul. He's got 5.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Parker comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Kyrie Irving in for the eraser. Harden dishes to Davis. Irving against Paul. Yes! And the foul. It's on Jabari Parker.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
The West All-Stars have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw good, LeBron.
What a night so far for LeBron. 9 points and a block.
Jennings kicks to George. Parker, a screen on Durant. And George, here we go. And that one's good. George has got 6.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Parker, a screen on Harden.
Move the ball. Stick it to the box.
Jennings against Paul. Jennings passes to Parker. Lock at 6. Picked by Okafor. George hacks a 2-pointer. Second shot opportunity, and it's Durant with the rebound. Okafor's gone 2 for 5 tonight. James outside. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Shoots from 14. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Okafor. Paul kicks to Harden. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The shot's good from Irving.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Dishes it to Davis. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Irving attacking. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
And the East with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Parker. Jimmy Butler comes in for George. The Erasers subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Both free throws good for Okafor. 1:57 left to play in the third. Moutier dishes to Thompson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the West All-Stars. Feeds to Arthur. Okafor inside, covered by Monroe. Good work defensively by Monroe. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Here are the East All-Stars. Here's Arthur. They get it again. Bosh. Stolen by Monroe. Thompson right side. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Drummond's checked in for the East. Lowry comes in for Kyrie Irving. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Here's Monroe, and it's sent back by Drummond. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Arthur kicks to Lowry. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Lowry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Monroe, the pass to Leonard. Griffin a screen on Drummond. Leonard attacking, takes it off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Over in the corner, Arthur gets the three-pointer to fall. Arthur's got 6 here in this quarter.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Can't hit. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. West All-Stars lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Arthur in at shooting guard. Pau Gasol is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jennings in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Davis, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Arthur. It's good. This game is all even. Arthur's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Pass to Harden. Davis sets a screen. Harden kicks to Durant. Inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Over in the corner, Arthur. The 11-footer. The West All-Stars pull it in. It's Harden with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
First free throw is good. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Okafor's checked in, and Irving subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And both free throws good for Durant.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The dish now to George. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
James a screen on George. Durant dishes to James. Sinks the triple. LeBron's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Arthur.
Guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
There's Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post, rotate over, and make your presence felt. Beats are soft.
And here's the East. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Irving attacking to the inside. Gasol passes to Okafor. Another shot, and it's good on the way in.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Paul kicks to James. In the corner, Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Irving dishes to Arthur to tie it up. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Arthur with it, and he hits it to tie the game up. Arthur's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the East All-Stars. George against Durant. Harden outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Unloads. Nice shot by Arthur. Arthur's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
We're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
And here is Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Davis gets a wide open look. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Okafor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Moving against Paul. Here's Arthur. They get it back. Okafor. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Davis.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Okafor. He has 9 rebounds, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Jennings is checked in.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
.125 left in the fourth. It's Durant with the drive. And Okafor with the block. And they'll keep possession. Harden the pass to Davis. And the foul called on Freak.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Paul outside. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is. He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Okafor with the screen on Paul. Pass to Gasol. Money!
Somebody set a fire under Pau Gasol.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. He feeds it to Davis. Good!
Watch out, Anthony Davis is on fire.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jennings kicks to George. He dishes it to Okafor. To the middle. 13 feet away. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Foul, Gasol. 1 shot.
Gasol, no good on the free throw. And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's Harden. No good. George with the defensive effort. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Right side Durant. Right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up. Now here's Arthur. Fades away. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Arthur, he's in at the point. Pau Gasol is out there with Paul George. Then there's Jennings, and it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jennings dishes to Arthur, and the shot is good. Arthur's got 30.
Just a great, great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just one or two plays down the stretch.
Durant kicks to Davis. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 14 points for Davis.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
In the corner, George with it. Picked by Okafor. George against Durant. Durant with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Harden the pass to Durant. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Kevin Durant has been getting it done. He has 8 points and the 2 nice steals as well. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist, and also making some nice steals.
You know what, Clark, you're right on the money with that. He's been just as creative as he has been disruptive. The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. The feed to Paul. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Inside, Arthur. Oh!
I'll tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Here's Durant. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Here's Arthur. Good.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
To the middle, here's James. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Here's Arthur. Nails it!
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
To the paint, here's Davis. Count!
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Sinks it.
Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
From 12 feet out. It falls.
They do have a foul to give here.
And you might see them use it at some point.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Durant against George. In the corner, it's James. Paul outside, launches it. Off target from downtown. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy.
Wow, what a finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP, LeBron James.
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. He had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
When you're having a night shooting in the high 50s, you're being efficient with your shot selection. He played smart basketball tonight and really made each possession count. He was the difference maker.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.